If you like your game of footy, Richmond Home Brewing can supply all the gear. Jeff has a great range of NRL merchandise so you can support your favourite team this season. Richmond Home Brewing, Conway Street, Lismore.
Like gladiators drawn to battle, they come. Man and machine. The arena, Lismore Speedway. The Conquest, Australian #1. The best super sedan drivers from all corners of the country duel over 2 huge nights to outdrive, to outlast, to be crowned Australia 1. This is the biggest super sedan race of the season. The Custom Transporters and Trailers Australian Super Sedan Championship. Don't miss this one. Friday and Saturday night, racing at 6. Lismore Speedway. Live it, feel it, love it.
What time do you actually finish it, mate? When I looked there last night, you had a tilt tray on one side and one of the big GMCs on the other trying to straighten things up.
Yeah, we had chains and cars and everything hanging from each side, pulling it and stretching it, and it's all come in pretty good. So we got a 4 and a 2 tonight, and we're qualified 15th at the moment, so hopefully we'll be in the top 10. That's all we need to be.
And what was the actual damage, mate, to the car?
The whole rear end was over, but all that rear end does is holds the fuel tank and the body up, so it's no suspension points, so it's okay.
Good on you, mate. I'll let you go, Matty. The Lows are running up to their driver's briefing now. Had a few dramas last night, and of course I refer to Ronnie Pine. Ron, you've worked hard on the car. It looks like you might have had it sorted out by now.
Oh yeah, we were ready for the third heat last night before it rained, so it wasn't major damage. We got involved in an incident in turn 3 with a couple of other cars, and I was going around the outside to miss them. And the guy just come out backwards and collected me. It was just, wrong place, wrong time, and that happens on Speedway. Worst part about it is we're behind in the points, so I think we're about 17th, which is not a real good position to be in, but as long as I get in the top 16, that's all I'm going to worry about. And I'm sure David will produce a good enough track to run a bit of highline late in the night. And if you're good enough with the setup, mate, there's no reason for anybody not to step it up high. It was proved last night. Everybody said the track was pretty woeful, and Purton went out and just went round the outside 3 wide and rounded them up. So obviously if 1 or 2 drivers can have a go at it, it might make it a bit better for all of us.
Thanks very much. That's really fine. We'll let you go to the briefing. Well, folks, I've managed to grab the briefing, as you're obviously aware, has concluded. It's been a very huge briefing up there. There was plenty of laws laid down, drivers asked questions. And with me at the moment, I'm privileged to talk to this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy that is the current Australian #1, making welcome Jamie McHugh. Good on you, Jamie. Mate, welcome back to Lismore. You went pretty well last night. You had a few little problems with it. Everyone thought you'd blown a motor, but you've got good news. It wasn't a blown motor.
No, it was power steering hose. I've had a pretty bad run with some engines, so I was panicking.
So was everyone else, mate. They said, oh no, not another one for Jamie, you can do without this. But you fixed that problem pretty quickly too, mate, apparently.
Yeah, we fixed the problem. I made a mistake. I thought it was the engine, so I pulled infield, so I had a DNF in that race, which hurts me points.
Yeah, that's what Piney said, mate. He dropped down the points list. It was one little incident like that can cost you dearly, can't it?
Oh, it can, and there's a lot of good drivers here, and you can't afford to drop a heap. But I'll do my best.
As you always will. You got to, mate. You're the current defending title holder. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie McHugh. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got one of the great stars of the past with me at the moment, and this guy certainly needs no introduction to speedway racing all around Australia. He was one of the best in the business, a great guy to set a car up, and I refer to John Pine. John, welcome to Lismore, mate. I know you've been here a fair bit and you like the place.
Yes, it's probably one of the hardest little bull rings in this country, and I can imagine what the guys in the pits are trying to do now is work out what's set up and what to do. And it's so hard on the car, and not only the car, the driver, because it actually, your head falls off your shoulders at this track. So I can assure you it's going to be a very, very hard race for the driver tonight.
Mate, those drivers in there now, like you've been there, done that, the feeling they must have inside, and the butterflies must feel like pelicans, I reckon. The nerves will be bouncing that much.
That's true. It's like everything. Everything goes through your mind. Have I checked everything? Have I done this? Is the tyre stagger right, or whatever it may be on the setup? And they've probably looked at the car 5 times and still don't know exactly what to do. But at the end of the day, is they've got to really sit down, settle down, think about what's ahead of them, hopefully concentrate on the race, and the race fall into the way it should be, and don't make any mistakes. That's the main thing here tonight.
Mate, it's a hell of a thing for a guy to actually to qualify to get into that big one, the 20 lap. You're going to have 20 of Australia's best super sedan drivers, and if you're sitting on pole, as you just said, and you're thinking, oh, geez, I hope this doesn't happen, I hope that doesn't happen, it's a stressful thing for them.
Exactly, and the hardest thing there you seen last night in the heats, the innocent guy got taken out when someone just made that small mistake, especially on these fast little tracks. And the speed these cars are doing today is incredible, because they're like a dragster. They go into the corner so hard with so much speed, they need the whole track to take the corner. So when someone has a small hiccup, what happens then is the guy behind runs over him, and the 2 or 3 get caught up in the same tangle. And the thing is, you might be innocent and all your night's over, because you drop one heat here and you're really battling to get into the feature, not alone get back on the case as far as the points are concerned.
Mate, we noticed last night here, people said when they first come in, oh, it's a narrow track, but we had them running 3 wide and passing on the high line here last night in pretty ordinary conditions. You've had a look at the track. How do you think it's looking?
I think it's fantastic here. What they've got to do is move the track across. You've seen the 3 wide last night, then the 2 wide. It's a matter of looking after the guy beside you. Give him that little bit of room. The track is a lot wider than what we had run on over the years, and I think that if they can make the track work right across tonight, then you will see the low line and the high line working here.
Mate, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's your favourite?
Well, there's a couple of quick guys out there, and I think the guy that starts up the front really is going to be the secret to it. There's 2 or 3 guys I like. Jamie's going hard, even though the problems he's had. Like there's Kane, there's 10, there's probably more guys out there that really could win this race if everything goes their way and they do the right things. But I tell you what, it's going to be one of the hardest races, and the guy that does win tonight deserves it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard from a man that knows it. He's been there, done that. He's built them, he's set them up. Thanks very much, John, for your time, mate, and good luck to all your supporters here. Yeah,
it's great, though. After the big accident we had 7 years ago, I still enjoy it. Probably never turn the wheel again, but at the end of the day, it's been 38 years of the greatest time of my life. Our family grew with it, and I think it's the most fantastic for a family to be brought up in, and it's great. Speedway's great because it's spectacular.
Good on you, mate. Thanks very much, John. There he was, folks, one of the great heroes of yesteryear, John Pine.
Cole Randall, his dad, has celebrated a birthday yesterday. So happy birthday for yesterday, Cole. Rumour has it 3/4 of a century marked up. I'm also told that there's another birthday being celebrated. Ross Brims has got one tomorrow. We're underway, 11 laps as we finish off the heat from last night. Watch the Randall car. He'll want to make some good headway. But it is the 98 car of Michael Halley who takes it from the lead. This track's certainly a lot different than it was this time last night, or when they were racing last night. 43 car of Daryl Etherton going out a little wide. Halley really hammering it into these turns, not backing off at all. The number 8 car of Michael Doblo looking for his opportunity in third spot. Wayne Randall hooked in behind slower cars, goes to the outside, way back further on the track. But it's Michael Halley with 7 laps to go, just starting to stretch his lead. Wayne Randall's gotten through, he's up into 5th spot now. He's about half a lap away from our leader. He wants to start picking up extra points and get himself way up there when it comes to the feature. Chasing down the number 2 car, Steve Pearce. Well, it's Halley and the 43 car of Daryl Etherton. Etherton getting on the inside. Halley going out wide. Is this giving him the opportunity? Halley still holding on. 4 laps to go. The 216 car of Steve Van Zeelen obviously has a problem. He was going fast last night, but he's just racking up points and trying to finish this heat at the moment. Halley and the Etherton car. Halley just getting away, coming up on a slower car. He's looking to go to the outside. Is this a passing opportunity to the inside for Etherton? Etherton goes to the inside, side by side. Walked by that slower car, just going down low. 1 lap to go for our leaders. It's Halley, Etherton. Then back to the number 8 car of Michael Doblo. Coming around for the checkered flag. Michael Halley takes it out in the longest race because it started last night, finishes tonight. Michael Halley, Daryl Etherton, and Michael Doblo. 1, 2, and 3. Well, there we go. What a difference a day makes. Certainly a very quick track.
Clear on 2 large sites at King Street, Lismore, and Pacific Highway, Ballina. You have
tearing down the back straight. It's got a big V8 underneath that hood. When the lights go green, the rush is gonna scream. The wildest boys you ever have seen. They're dirt track cowboys.
The Dirt Track Cowboys are back on the track. It sees Darren Kane, the current Queensland number 1, on pole position. On his outside is Daryl McCowan. Steve Latham in number 3. Matty Pascoe back on the track. We saw him do some hot laps in his sweet car. And we are away. The other number 15 out there is Gavin Northfield. The 88 car is Wayne Randall. And we are well away now into the first lap. And it is the Dominator himself, the current Queensland number 1 driver. Oh, we've got one that's just had to clip the wall. Got the Randall car. Oh no, it's John Perkins in the 66 car. He's getting himself off the wall, but won't cause a stoppage. 10 laps to go. Darren Kane leading this event. Come into that light. It does distract some of the drivers. Matty Pascoe in second position. The 8 car of Steve Latham. Trying to hook on the back of the Pascoe car. The man leading, Darren Kane, stretching that lead. 8 laps to go, driving hard out of turn 1. Beautiful looking setup on the Darren Kane car. guess after last night when the track was a little slippery, a little dusty at times as well. They've worked hard on their setups to make sure they get it right for tonight. Matty Pascoe cannot seem to close the gap. Oh, just gone right around. A big lose. That's the Latham car. He's lost himself a couple of spots now, so a new number 3. Oh, almost a lose there for Pascoe. Just watching Matty Pascoe, as if he goes just as hard coming out of turn 1 as he did last time. 23 car is Craig Torr, now up into 3rd position. The 15 car of Northfield getting around as well. Almost losing out of turn 1. They are driving these cars so hard. 2 laps to go for our leader, current Queensland number 1, Darren Kane. Got to figure he's going to be in the mix come the end of tonight. A beautifully turned out Dominator car. 2 laps in it now for our leaders. Matty Pascoe been left behind in 2nd position, but he did have problems last night. A rebuild today. They'll get this car humming along. 1 lap to go now for the Dominator. Darren Kane. Torr in 3rd position in the car number 23. With checkered flag about to drop. The Queensland number 1, Darren Kane. Matty Pascoe in 15 in 2nd position. And the 23 car of Torr, Craig Torr, takes the checkered flag for 3rd. In the first of the 3rd round of heats. Should have been on last night, but they're on tonight. And how good is this? A start to finish race. All good news. Well, put your hands together for them. That was absolutely fantastic. And Darren Kane, Dominator on the side of the car, dominated that heat. 3 car. We've got the Michael Halley car, number 98, out there in 5th position. Steve Van Zeeland in the 216. As they come round waiting for the green light. We get underway. We have got a great start there from Brims. Tanya Smith gets through as well on the outside. A little slow off the line. Dean Hawkins now back into 3rd position from a pole start. All cleanly round for the first lap. We did have some biff and barge in the opening laps of heats last night. Good to see they're getting away cleanly tonight. Robert Carrick in the number 2 car. Chris Bussey out there as well in the number 74. But up the pointy end. Brims, the current New South Wales number 1 in the 77 car. Does have the number 1 on the back quarter panel. And driving the rocket. Oh, we got 2 into the wall. Tangled and gone into the wall in turn 2. Couple go round to avoid. That'll bring on the amber lights. We are ready for a, have to get ready now for a restart. Didn't see the incident, certainly saw how they finished. Is it just the neatest parking job or is there a problem? But how quickly they can do it is the question. Looks like we'll get a green light this time round, bringing them round at a reasonable pace. We are underway. It is... that wasn't the fastest restart I've ever seen either, but there you go. It's all happening. They realise it's a long night still. This is still last night's racing. It's Brims, it's Smith. Now Tanya needs to pick up some extra points after blowing her engine last night. Needs to almost another moment there at the rear end of the field. 3 cars dicing it out. But certainly Tanya needs to pick up some points. This will help with her in 2nd position at the moment. Something not quite right with the car though. doesn't quite look comfortable. Well, Brimsey certainly looks reasonably comfortable. The current New South Wales number 1, Wayne Brims. But he's starting to gap quite comfortably with 5 laps to go, Tanya Smith. That is a beautiful looking rocket car. Nothing but the best for Tanya. The number 43 car in 3rd position is Daryl Etherton. He was out in that earlier heat, which we needed to finish that race from last night. He's holding 3rd at the moment. Just noticing the line that these guys are taking through turns 1 and 2. Really just hitting a slippery patch there and sends them out wide in turn 1. That is what's causing a little bit of a problem through there. You can just see them travel sideways. 1 lap to go for our leaders. It is Brims, number 77. Then the number 3 car, Tanya Smith. The 43, then another 43. Before getting back to the Harper car in number 2. Checkered flag. So Brims has taken the points on this. Smith, and then 43. Coming around, waiting for the green light. Roar of the V8s, we are underway. The number 8, Michael Doblo. It doesn't matter how quickly he's gotten away because there's a mess behind him. An absolute mess. They've hit in this slippery patch, sliding up into the cars alongside them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5 that are in the wrong direction or otherwise. You a great view of how the driver works. Okay, bringing around for a start. Michael Doblo, can he get away cleanly this time? Oh, 3 wide as we get through turn 1 and 2. Doblo holding out. He's just been relegated back to 2nd, I think, at this stage. They're working hard to push him back to 3rd. Didn't quite happen. The 68 car went out wide. Adam Bradford, he's gone from 3rd to about 5th, going backwards to 6th at the moment because he went out a little wide through turns 3 and 4. It's the 32 car though, Shane Best, not looking his best on the left-hand side of the car. It is very open indeed, but he leads this with 9 laps to go. The 8 car, Michael Doblo. Gives him a bit of a touch on the rear end as Doblo has to back off. That may cost him. That sent him out wide. He's back to 3rd position. Now the South Queensland number 3, Craig McGeorge, up into 2nd position. In behind the 32 car. So it's Best and McGeorge. McGeorge goes to the inside. Leave that little damp patch and didn't go sideways this time. Quite lucky indeed because I reckon, we've got one going around. Around in turn 1 again. Can he keep it going and get out of the way? No, it seems. 6 laps to go. That'll bring on the amber lights and we will have a restart. Very ordinary place to park. Seven-lap restart. Look for a quick run into turn 1 from Craig McGeorge. Tries to get on the inside of Shane Best. He closes that door very quickly indeed. 6 laps in it now. Best, McGeorge. And the number 8 car, Doblo, desperately trying to get past that third. He started in pole position. Where's Jamie McHugh? He's back there in, what, 5th position? He's come from the rear of the field. He's had some luck with a couple of people being knocked out. But he really needs to get some extra points to get himself up in the middle of the field for the top 20. He would like to knock off another couple and pick up some extra points. Here he is, he's up in a 4th position now with 3 laps to go. The Australian number 1 on the fly at the moment. Plenty of attitude on the car. It's coming up on the back of the number 8 car of Michael Doblo. Oh, we've got another one that's gone out wide and clipped the wall. That bring on the amber light. Oh, and a save in front. Thank you very much from the Adam Bradford car. That had them both puckering, I think. Wondering where it was all about to end. Here they come. And off we go. McGeorge to the inside of Best. He can literally see through the door handles. But here comes Jamie McHugh. Building that track to the outside. Nose in front for 2nd position. Just got to complete the deal, but it's... Oh! Have a look at this race. For 2nd position, it's awesome. And they might just gobble up the Best car. Oh, Best, hang on to it. Jamie McHugh to the outside. He's going to take them all. As he comes to take the checkered flag, it's side-by-side action, and we got cars going everywhere. It's chaos at the start-finish line. How was that, folks? Talk about desperate to get to the checkered flag. Unbelievable. That was a brilliant drive from Jamie McHugh. He got there in the end as we saw him cross the line. There was Best and McGeorge. We had the 8 car decide to leap into the air. That's got to be on the film. Did you get that, the man on the roof? Yes, he did. That'll be on the video and probably on some ads and the news and anywhere else he can send it. Unbelievable finish to that race. How good was that?
Well, third, and we're talking about them young kids. You just had a bloke there from Miami in Queensland. Currently Australian number 1, 48 years of age. What an effort.
I think there's some heat from the cars coming out, or is that from the drivers at the moment? You're not game to go over and have a look, Frank?
Folks, keep your eye on the 25 car, the point score leader, Kevin Purton. He is super smooth.
He certainly is. Got a little bit of work to do from his position. He gets through that turn 1, which is the most important thing. 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd and 4th position. Have a look at this, 3 wide for 1st. Brims goes across the line first time in 1st place and says, I'm out of here. There's a hot Tasmanian coming through the pack. He's got to make some go forward to make him work really hard. But it is the Brims car. Then Paul Geary in 2nd position. The 7 car. Oh, we've got some action. Oh, again. Oh, we've kept it all going, though. Turn 1 is very interesting tonight, to say the least. Number 7 car, Bruno Jetson, who had an interesting night last night, sitting in 3rd position. But it's Geary and Brims, Ian Brims leading. Still 8 laps in it, though. Anything can happen. Geary in 2nd, Jetson in 3rd. Then Ronnie Pine in the number 9 car, back in 4th position. Here comes the Tasmanian Perth in the number 25 car. It's exciting to watch. But he's got 2 cars positioned right across the track in front of him. Almost impossible to see where he can move. Brim stretches the lead from Geary, Jetson, then Pine, Hickey. Burton needs to make a move soon if he's going to want to get up on the 1, 2 or 3 position, because there's only 5 laps left in it. Got a lot of work. But if you have a look, the Ron Pine car sits out wide. The other one, the Hickey car, hasn't got the power to go in underneath him. But as I say that, he does exactly that. Pine comes back at him. Never underestimate the kiss of death. Sometimes it's the go forward. This may give the Tasmanians some opportunity, but Pine still stays out wide. 3 laps to go. Ian Brims, Paul Geary, Jetson. What a great drive from Ian Brims. Geary can't make any distance up on him at all. The only man we thought might have been able to do it is stuck back in traffic as Pine loses it. Oh, and over he goes. Pine loses it. Burton hit him. That put him up, and then somebody else came along and cleaned him underneath. That has left Ronnie Pine on his side after going over. Well, are they challenging each other? You know, we've every heat's got to do something different. We haven't seen this one before. Ron, of course, just be hanging in there at the moment, literally and otherwise. He, of course, lost the car. Was clipped because there was nowhere else to go. That sent him in the spin. Then he was cleaned up. And now Ronnie Pine is on all 4 wheels. The car on his inside, which was the Hickey car at that stage, couldn't get past. They were battling it out, and then okay, we're going to get racing. The car's all ready to go. Lights flashing, green light coming. Coming around. The intensity builds, the light. No, it is green. Yes, it is. We're away. Oh, 1 to go next time round. So only a 2-lap dash. Oh, and Brims has been action aplenty. Jetson now on the infield. But the number 9 car now leading. Brims has had it all, but we're going to get a restart. That'll put Brims out in the lead again. An absolutely jam-packed program. 2-lap dash. Coming up on the green light. Brims gets it away. Keeps the line low for McGeorge. Can't get through this time. Everybody's hammering into turn 3 and 4. Brims holds on. 1 lap to go. McGeorge. And then Hickey. Hickey under a lot of pressure. Number 3 car trying to get in on the inside. That's Nicola, should I say. Nicola. But the checkered flag drops. Brims gets it from McGeorge. Hickey. Then Nicola. Get it right now. Hanford, Wayne Randall, Jared Harper, Tanya Smith, Darren Kane, Adam Bradford and Tony Barklemore. That's the way they should. So we should go this time round. Hand over the green light, the flaggy ready to go. Here we go, let's build the pace. Feel the rev of the V8s and away we go. That's a sweet move from Matty Pascoe from the outside. Coming through also the number 88 car. Oh, it's got a bit of a bump coming through. Number 3 car from South East Queensland is pulled on. That's Craig McGeorge straight onto the infield. There's something wrong there very quickly. But Matty Pascoe, Tanya Smith has a bit of a moment hitting that greasy patch in turn 1, send her sideways. The 88 car of Randall in behind her had a bit of a moment, holding the breath. The Dominator, the Queensland number 1, Darren Kane, moving through the pack as well, up into 5th position. Tanya Smith sits in 3rd, under pressure from Randall. And Kane goes out too wide, Randall through. Here comes the Dominator as well. Tanya desperately doesn't want to hit that slippery spot in turn 1, but it's cost her. It's cost her 2 spots, back to 5th. Very wide run there from the number 2 car from Queensland, Steve Pearce. But have a look at this bloke out in the lead, Matty Pascoe. Trashed the car last night, a lot of work overnight and during the day today. Sees him leading this heat, picking up valuable points. Bright number 2, 88 is in 3rd spot. That is the Randall car, but he's going to have a big moment there with Kane as I mentioned him. Darren Kane just letting him know he was there. 4 laps left in this race. The Dominator needs to make the move soon if he wants to get up in the top 3, picking up more points. Randall desperate to hold on. But it's Matty Pascoe, 15-2-88. And the Queensland number 1. Smith, major problem. The light's gone out in that car. 2 laps to go. Tanya just needs to come in and looks to do so because she's sitting fairly ordinary. It's just not going to fire for you, Tanya. 1 lap to go for our leader. 1 lap to go as he gets the white flag. 15-2-88 and Queensland number 1. 88's had a moment. He's gone sideways. That's put him back 1, but the checkered flag goes. Matty Pascoe takes it. Then the number 2 car, the Dominator, number 1 from Queensland, takes 3rd. Holding on for 4th position is Wayne Randall. Wayne will be kicking himself in there. Tanya just rolling around, desperate to pick up some points. Just out of the 21, as I said. It's 22 she was. Those points could be just valuable enough to help her out when it comes to getting into the main race, the feature event tonight. Travan Ford start car on the infield. Lights ready to go. Tension building. The V8 starting to build their revs as we go racing. McHugh away quickly. Chris Bussey on his outside of the 74 car. Not letting him get away though. The 8 car is Michael Doblo. There's a big cloud of dust clears in front of the commentary position. Jamie McHugh. Have a look at the way he just sets himself around this track. Oh, you don't hear the engine change at all. He is just driving beautifully. Oh, gets a bit of a rut, but still Just holds it flat, drives through it all. Beautiful lap. Oh, we've got one gone around, facing in the wrong direction. But Jamie McHugh is just so sweet go with the restart. Here we go. Goes out wide. He loves to come off that cushion through turns 1 and 2. Look at the setup. Just drives it, throws the angle on. Beautiful round turns 3 and 4 in front of the grandstands. Misses the damn patch on turn 1. Doblo goes through it, and that's where the gap comes. He just does that little bit of a sideways slip. Get it this time, but McHugh just driving away from him at the moment. Oh, a bit of a moment for McHugh though, out of turns 3 into 4. Just picked up a rut and bounced his way around. 7 laps to go. It's Bussey and then Doblo. Challenge coming up. Is this the best car coming through? The number 32 car, trying to get himself up into the action. Shane Best, he lost that door earlier on. Maybe didn't like the setup, wanted a bit more air conditioning. Oh. Okay, number 8 car now up in a second position. Oh. The Best car not looking the best, plenty of smoke coming out of the back of it now. But it's 8 and 74 in second and third. Doblo and Bussey. 3 laps to go. The leader, the Australian champion, Jamie McHugh. Started on pole position and has taken all before him, even with a restart. 2 laps in it for our leader. He's up on the slower traffic now. But it's just pure practice for him. Oh, we've got the Doblo car bouncing around. Last lap for our leader as he rounds up the slower traffic. The 8 of Doblo, then Bussey in third. But the checkered flag is out and it goes to our leader, the current Australian title holder, Jamie McHugh. Was Mr. Excitement last time out on the track with an amazing race. Now he takes the second win for tonight. Jamie McHugh, the Australian champion. Doblo and then Bussey in second and third. Best's car not looking the best and a little bit of smoke coming out of it as well. Some work there in the pits to be done. 2 more heats for the Super Sedans. Colin Hockley in this one as well. Brims, Brad Smith. He was the one that finished into the wall the last time that he was out. They've obviously been able to do the work. He is out there ready to race again. Bruno Jetson. Daryl Etherton from North Queensland. Michael Hickey. We will go racing this time round. They come, building up pace. You can hear the motors start to rumble. The foot goes to the floor and they are away. And Robert Carrick, oh, carnage again. Oh, looks like everybody's missed the action. The number 17 car. Number 17 car may have had something to do with that one. It's Colin Hockley, the touch-up guy's Pontiac. We will get a start this time round. Here we go. Robert Carrick away. Oh, we've got one that's got a bonnet go straight up. You can't see a great deal when that happens. Oh, we've got one that's gone over 3-4 times. Red light on. I think that may be the Jetson car. He was launched into the air. I saw him in the air. I didn't see how it started. The crash crew's over there. Fire crew ready to check. We will bring the ambulance out just for safety. So we can check out the driver, and Frank is on his way over as well. So just waiting for confirmation of what is happening over there. We're sort of having our view obscured by the crash crews, the tractor and the fire truck. The ambulance now pulling up. It's the 63 car of Kim Cottrell. So let's go racing. The green light will be the next light we see. The drivers know that. So you'll hear the pace just pick up. And away we go. Robert Carrick takes them away. The Cottrell car goes into second position. Oh, hang on there. There's a whole race to go. There's a little bit of biff and barge going on. We don't want any more accidents. Carriage, Cottrell, and the number 6 car. Brad Smith, the little guy, the little transport guy anyway, from Tasmania. He had a big moment a while ago. The finish of the last heat in the wall. He is on fire now. Cottrell now leading from Carrick. Smith wants to go through as well, uses the grass to get there. Robert Carrick working his way backwards at the moment into third spot. Could go back to fourth fairly quickly. Big challenge on his inside. Whether there's a problem in the Carrick car, I don't know, but the 77 car is the one coming through. That's Wayne Brims, the New South Wales number 1. But as he does it, we end up with a moment in turn 1 that takes 4 cars out. One of them just avoiding the accident. Colin Hockley involved in that in the 17 car. I think he joined it. Ooh, flames out the side as he gets it going again. I think he sideways it to try and avoid. Looks like we're going to start this time round. And we're away. Green lights. All getting past the cone safely. 8-lap dash. It's the Smith car, number Smith out in front from Tasmania, number 6. Oh, jeez, they're close in second and third. The Cottrell and Brims car. Brims looking to go on the inside, side by side. Whoa, what a great move. How good was that? Talk about passing action. from the Brims car. Chasing down Brad Smith from Tasmania. 5 laps left in it for our leaders. Cottrell now in 4th position. Brims trying to catch up with Smith. The number 2 car, Robert Carrick, back in rhythm. He's up into 3rd. Suddenly the front starts to lift up on the Smith car. It's only panel work. Three laps to go. Watching the lines as they come through here. Little goes in low on turn 1 now. Brims goes a little higher. Carrick goes higher. Cottrell trying to get underneath. Didn't have the power to do it. Maybe the low line is the way to go now, out of turn 1. Smith and Brims taking the same line, but a different angle. 1 lap left in it. White flag out for our leader. Smith, Brims, Carrick. That's our top 3 with half a lap to go. Coming around the last turns, is there going to be a dash for the line? No, that's the way they're going to finish. It's Little, Brims and Carrick, 1, 2 and 3. Cottrell in 4. That's your top 4 places. The second last heat of these Super Sedans. Give him a big round of applause. Yep, he put it into the wall at the end of the last heat that he was in. Waiting for a start this time round, getting it done quickly. What we need to do. We're going racing. We are away. Nicola. Tor trying to hold his position there. He's under a lot of pressure. He's out wide as they complete the first lap. Oh, and easy does it. Nicola's, who's come from Victoria, fire ravaged state. He's up here racing for Victorian pride. Amber Light, we've got a couple round in front of the main grandstand. They've just lost it. Get them fired up and get underway. We have completed 1 lap officially, I think. There may be a problem, and he has gone on the infield. And 11 laps. The lights start flashing. Next time round, we'll get a start. And the lights are out. Around, the lights are going to go green. We are underway. Racing pace, straight up. Some nasty backfiring out there for one of them. The 25 car in 3rd position, trying to get on the inside. Is the Tasmanian champion. That's Burton. Very close. He's been at the top. He's now in 2nd position in the point score. The last time we checked, he's wanting to get as many points as he can. He'd love to take the championship home to Tasmania. But it is the number 3 car. Oh, here he goes. He's gone out wide. He's lost a couple of spots. Burton back to about 5th or 6th spot. He's hit the wall. Something's given out in his car. It's going to frustrate our leader. He's going to have to sit and wait for the track to be cleared again. Michael Nicola is still leading and be frustrated with these restarts. But obviously something gave way in that car and it's put him under the wall. You can't turn left, you can't get away from it. And that's the Tasmanian champion. He currently sits in second spot with 85 points. Cutting laps if we need to, cutting races if we need to. They're being extremely cooperative to allow us to get the Super Sedans on and racing on this track as we are now. Michael Nicola, it is leading this race out of Victoria. Taking a tight line through that first turn. A little bit nervous after earlier on. That was where a lot of accidents happened. Stretching out the leads as they've done it previous races. Very tight at the top. Rocket cars out there tonight. Of course, Danny Smith, who is the rocket man, so to speak. He puts Tanya Smith's car together and does a lot of the other building of these cars. 4 laps left in it. Backfires. 2 laps to go. Michael Nicola is comfortably in the lead. Bergamo car and hanging on to second position. They'll come around to take the white flag this time. Car of Lachlan Onley. Take third. Here comes the checkered flag. We'll wind up all of the heats for the Super Sedans. Nicola, Bergemeyer and Onley, 1, 2 and 3. Well, there we go. We got through it. There's been some moments. Plenty of restarts and action. But it is what they race all year for, the Australian title that is on the line.
Good things. Go the members. The best one so far. Here we go. Now we're into it. That's it, guys. Bit of fun, whilst.
So this would be the B main. That's it. Latest information I got, we'll see if they line up exactly this way. Could have Halley on pole position, Wayne Randall on his outside. Gavin Northfield and Colin Hockley make the second row. Chris Bussey and Craig Torr on the third. Robert Carrick and Steve Van Zeelen on the fourth row. Steve Pearce and Tanya Smith. Dean Hawkins and Michael Hickey. Jared Harper and Kim Cottrell. And a Black and Steve Latham. They are the ones that were listed to be out there. Maybe some missing, and I think there is from that list because of mechanical problems and the like that have now kept them out of the race. So the start car moves to the infield. Coming around, flashing amber light. Next time round, we will get a start. This is the B main. 4 cars get to go through to the main event. Well, let's see if we, notoriously when we have B mains, we get plenty of action as far as accidents go in the first couple of laps. But this is over 16 laps. Let's hope that the distance means that they go at a reasonable pace in these first couple of laps. Certainly we're glad to get through those first 2 turns. We're notorious they can happen all. We've got a bit of bump and grind. We've got one going sideways but onto the infield and out of the way, keeping the race going. 15 laps is the distance now. Oh, the fire's gone out, or is he parking it there? I'll lay odds he starts it up fairly quickly now. Well, we'll see a puff of flame and pull right back out and go to the rear of the field. In the race after all. Not happy is the 74 car. Chris Bussey. We'll take a guess that he thought it wasn't his fault, so he shouldn't have to go to the rear of the field, especially since it is a complete restart. And he's going to move up. He has been told to move up. Obviously, there's only one way to communication. The second way comes with hand signals and gestures usually. So I guess the punt to actually sit there in a position where you knew there was going to have to be a restart has worked for him this time. And away we go. It's Randall from the outside. The enormous power of these cars as they throw themselves around this track. Side-by-side action. Wayne Randall in the lead. We would love to see a local, or an ex-local as he is, up into the main event. The 98 car, Michael Halley, he's in the gun. The 17 car of Colin Hockley in 3rd position. We've got trouble and they can't help themselves. I didn't see exactly what caused that other than one car was going a lot slower than the others. So I've just been told it could be Robert Carrick who then caused a chain reaction. Number 43 looks like he may have been involved in that as he pulls up in front of us. Dean Hawkins. I think he's got a bit of panel damage. Still got one facing in the wrong direction and it's going to be a hook job. Okay, lights out. We're getting ready for a start. 15 laps to go, the distance still. Randall takes him away. Oh, he goes out wide. Now he's going to have to fight up a challenge. Side by side around turns 3 and 4. A little bounce through there. Still side by side. The 98 car Halley just holding him out there. Stay out there, do the longer distance, take the bumps. Randall goes through. Oh, have a look at these two. They are not backing off. Now we're about to turn it to 3 wide. Randall does drop back. He's now in third position. Still stuck out wide. Coming back. He says, I want it. I want this all the way. No ifs, buts, or maybe. Gets up near the wall. The top 4 go through into the A event, the main event, the Australian title. This is their last throw of the dice for the top 4 here. It's Halley and Randall still staying to the outside. Got to get himself in the big game. 10 laps. Staying out wide, it's working. He's building the pace. He's building himself a racetrack out there. Halley is now back in second position. Still, there's plenty in this race. Wayne Randall takes the lead. Halley in second. The 17 car of Hockley in third. The 15 car up into fourth position. The top 4 go. It's Michael Hickey. The top 4 go through to the main event. The pressure's on. Certainly eased just a little bit for Wayne Randall. He's got a clear lead now with 7 laps to go. It's 88 still leading. Pressure's on third and fourth position. Maintaining it, the car's catching. So 17 and 15 cars, they're the ones in the danger zone. That's Hockley and Hickey. 5 laps to go. Big challenge coming now from the 98 car. Michael Halley. Oh, we've got the amber lights. Amber lights have been thrown. 5 laps to go. So just getting ready for a 5-lap dash now, and this the B main. Talk about the excitement level with Wayne Randall. In the race, and you've lost one. Your opportunity to fill only comes from the B main. So we are still waiting, and I don't know why, for a restart. In fact, we just need a rest. Here we go. Randall pulls away again from the Halley car. 17 and 15, that's Hickley and Hockley. 4 laps to go. 17 car tries to get on the inside of the Halley. So Hockley tries to get on the inside of Halley. Wants to secure his position. If we do go the 5, the 74 car is in the pink at the moment. But the man we know at the lead, and we've seen this guy race here for a lot of years as a local and then as a driver from Brisbane. Wayne Randall will certainly be a great local representative in the main feature, the Australian title for 2009. 2 laps to go. It's been a long weekend for these guys. One more race after this. The white flag out for Wayne Randall. Halley. Hickley and Hockley. Hickey and Hockley. I've just been told only 4 will go to the feature, not the 5. So the checkered flag drops for 1, 2. Yes, it will be those who have led all the way. It's Wayne Randall. That'll please plenty of locals. One's got around just after the start-finish line. So it will be Randall, Halley, Hickey and Hockley through to the final. Because the rule book says that 4 go through from the B main, only 4 will be going through to the B main, which means we'll have 19 starters in the main event. Well, there you go. Give these guys a round of applause. Some of these won't be back. They've given us a great weekend of entertainment. Over 40 laps for the Australian title. I can hear the sound of motors.
Showtime at Lismore City Speedway. It's the Q17 car of Colin Hockley. The next car out is the 15 car, and he's had a great preliminary. And then, of course, is Gavin Northfield. The next car comes through the gate. It's the 98 car of Mick Halley. The next car to come through the gate is the former Lismore driver, the T88 Wayne Sparrow Randall. The next one coming up, folks, the young fella all the way from Broome in Western Australia, the T38 car of Joel Hansford. The next one should be the Q8 car. The Q8 car there is Nick Narblow. The next one, now they're starting to roll out. The next car out is the M17 car of Lachlan Ollie. The next car coming through the gate, and I can't see here, it is the 43 car of Dale Atherton. The next car coming out now is the 32 car, Shane Best. Waiting for the cars to come out. They've been down working friendly in the pits, getting these cars ready. Here it comes, the Brims car. That's the 76 car, Ian Brims. The next car to come through hasn't got here yet. It should be the Tasmanian number 6 car. Here it comes now, the Tasmanian number 6 of Brad Smith. I can hear a motor coming now through the smoke. Here he comes, this young fella, only a youngster. Give it up for him. Young Ashley Bergmeyer from Victoria. The next one is one that a lot of people have said, watch this guy. He's about to come through the gate. The Tasmanian number 1, Kevin Purton. The next car, folks, to come through will be one of the nicest blokes you'd ever meet in Speedway. The 15 car, Matty Pascoe. Out of position number 5. Waiting for the car to come through. It'll be the Q9 car. Here he comes now. Paul Gehry out of position 5. Cars are coming out, they're getting ready now. The next car to come out of position 4 for the 209 Australian Super Sedan title will be New South Wales. Here he is, give up for him, the 1 car, Wayne Brims. Righto, folks, you can stand up on your pins for this next fellow to come through the gate. Out of position 3 for the title here at Lismore City Speedway, the current and defending Australia's #1. You know who it is, Jamie McHugh. Out of position number 2, ladies and gentlemen, for the 209 Australian title. Here he comes, victorious 3, and the big rookie is Mick Nicola. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got one car to come through the tunnel. One to come through. He's there. I can see the roof of the car. The man is qualified in position 1 for the Australian Super Sedan title. Oh, he must be playing up for the crowd. I can hear the motor running in the car. Here he comes now, folks. Give it up for him. The #1 qualifier for the title for 209, Queensland's #1, Darren Kane. He had a little smile on his face too as he rolled past me then, Coney, in the Dominator race car.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
This should be absolutely brilliant.
Listen to the rumble of these V8s. We've been watching them all weekend. The horsepower, the machines, some of them bruised and dented and battered, but out there on the track, ready to go for the Australian title.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Oh yes, are you ready for this? Are you ready for 40 laps of magical racing as we see 3 abreast, the best Super Sedan drivers in the country? Isn't it just a magnificent sight seeing these cars 3 abreast? And we'll see them 3 abreast before the racing is over, because that's the way they'll be racing. The fantastic sight of the 1986 Pontiac Trans Am as well. And its rooster tail of flames. Maybe past its racing days, but it's still a beautiful car. It is part of the history. It is part of the legendary racing of the V8 Super Sedans.
Y'all ready for this?
Okay, they start lining themselves up. 2 abreast now, ready to race. 40 laps. They've raced against each other over some 16 heats over the 2 nights. They've helped each other in the pits. They've eyed each other off in the pits. Now it all comes down to what happens on the track. The Travanford start car will head to the infield. The lights are flashing. We will get the 2009 Australian Super Sedan Championship race underway, the main event. The next time they come past the start-finish line, the lights will be green. Here we go, we're ready. The green light is on. We are underway. The 2009 Australian title. They get through turn 1 and 2 without a problem. Oh, we got one on the wall. We got one on its roof. Oh dear. Somebody got on the round. They've hit the wall. They've gone up on the wall and over. And I think they may have done it on their own. It is the number 15 car. We've got two number 15s in the race. So we've got to work out from here. I can't see which one it is from here. It's obscured. It is Matty Pascoe out of Queensland. He's put it on his roof. Matty Pascoe. I guess the question is, if there's no damage, can they get him on his wheels and go racing again? It is the Australian title after all. He won't want to be breaking the seatbelts. He'll want to stay in that harness until they get it on its wheels. It was a very gentle roll.
Matty is out of the car and walking. He's A-OK.
Well, that's the good news. I think we're going to try and grab a word with him if that is possible. That's certainly not how we wanted to start the Australian Championship. A complete restart with one less car. Here we go. Coming around, the green light is on. The 2009 Australian title is underway again. Cleanly through turn 1. Oh no, we've got another one that's over 2-3 times. Wheels off. This is unbelievable. It's a 40-lap race and they're into it. Okay, now Frank is on his way over. He's out of the car. The driver is out of the car. That's the big news. Give him a round of applause. As spectators, we're proud to have you in the area. Hopefully you've enjoyed your stay. Now what we're going to do is enjoy 40 laps of racing. And most importantly, have a safe trip home. But you ain't going yet because we're going racing. Darren Kane off pole position gets it away. Holding my breath here. Can we get a whole lap done? Here we go. We've done it. We've got the first view over the line for the first lap. Because if we can do that, we get it settled. We'll get into a routine and when the racing is on. Oh, we've got a bit of a kerfuffle at the end of the race here, the back of the field. Got one car going around very slowly, the 43 I think it is. Just been told that the Nicola car has got a flat tyre, sitting in second position in behind the Queensland number 1. That's going to hurt him. Front left, he hasn't got it on the ground that often, so maybe he can keep racing, but will cause a problem later on. Nicola. But it is the Kane car who is leading at the moment. He is just pulling away from the field. Nicola is driving on 3 wheels like a man possessed. He'd be very busy in that car at the moment. 35 laps to go. I have my fingers crossed for Brims. He's still up there in the mix in 5th spot. With the Dominator out of Queensland, Darren Kane, he is leading by a long shot. Nicola's still holding that wheel in the air. The only way he can keep going is to keep it off the ground. The number 9 car in 3rd position, Paul Geary, trying to get on the inside of Nicola, and even with 3 wheels, Nicola has got him beat. Nicola goes out wide, big mistake there, Geary now in underneath. The number 6 car getting through as well, that's the Tasmanian Smith. Now they're trying to climb all over the back of Geary. Nicola goes out wide, still holding that wheel up in the air. Smith from Tasmania. The Tasmanian contingent will be happy to see that. They would also like to see the 25 car Purton get up there in the action too. He's been fast all weekend, missing in action at the moment. Brims, the New South Wales number 1, he's in the back of that pack there. They're all so close, anything could happen. 29 laps, the Dominator out in front, Darren Kane. He has got it beat at the moment, 29 laps it is. Just watching this race, Nicola. Oh, it's a run. That's caused a bit of a problem. Geary getting back at him. He's got a flat left hand front. It is just not touching the ground. That's the only way he can keep it going. If there happens to be a stoppage, he is going to hate it. That's where the problems are going to start for him. But at the moment, he just hikes it up, just drives it without having to put the wheel down. No pressure at all. 26 laps to go. The Dominator comes up on the slower traffic. Going to start passing them now. This is where it can get dicey for a leader. They are racing for the Australian Championship. The biggest, the best, number 1 on the side of your car. All the others are nice, but ain't as nice as this one. Oh no! We've got the number 17 car trying to take out the current leader. He doesn't realise that he's being lapped. He doesn't have to let him pass, but he doesn't have to take him out. The Dominator gets through unscathed at this stage. 24 laps to go. Getting close to the halfway mark. Oh, we've got some damage there. Brims boys are battling it out as well. Side-by-side action from the family, the trust there. The Dominator trying to work his way through the field. Geary in second position. Little is out there as well. No, sorry, Geary's in 3rd position. Nicola still holding on to 2nd. But the difference is such a great difference between the 1st and 2nd. It's unbelievable. These cars are just flying around this Lismore Speedway. Halfway distance now. 20 laps done, 20 laps to go. Half the job is done to become the Australian title holder, and Darren Kane has done the hard work so far. The fatigue would be building They quite often do 20 laps, 25 laps, maybe a 30 lapper. This is 40 laps around Lismore Speedway. It's very tight, it's very unforgiving, and if you're not up to it physically, you will know it. By now, the muscles will start aching. Darren Kane leading this event. 17 laps to go. The Dominator. As he just counts down these laps. He's got such a gap on the rest of the field. Now cleans around a couple who are having a bit of a biff and battle there. Just getting further ahead. Michael Nicola. There's the little car going. It's just hard to tell where they are at this stage going through some of the slower traffic. But the Dominator, we know he's out in front. The number 8 car of Paul Geary. He's starting to close in. Must be in second position. So Kane, Geary. Laps to go. Once we got this race started, it has just been an enormous race. Kane, Geary and Brad Smith is first, second and third. They've gapped the rest of the field quite comfortably now. Certainly between first and second, there's the whole length of the straight, couple of turns. Smith chasing down in the number 6 car. He's got to get through some of this slower traffic. He wants to chase down Geary, but he's on the podium as we speak. He's about half a lap behind our leader. They'd be praying for some kind of stoppage now so they can get on the tail of Darren Kane, the Queensland number 1 driver. The Dominator is doing his domination here in the Australian title. We're down to single figures, 9 laps to go, 31 down. 1, 9 and 6. Paul Geary in second position. He is not catching. He's a little bit further behind, if anything else. Oh, we've got the 17 car around. Here's the stoppage. Here's the stoppage that they may have been waiting for. With 8 laps to go, the number 17 car has gone around. That's Lachlan Onley. This allows them to bunch up. Australian Super Sedan champion. There's been so many who've had opportunity during this race, during this weekend, shown a lot of potential. There is one man leading at the moment, and that is Darren Kane out of Queensland. Geary and Smith in second and third, but the way they've started it, there's lap cars between. 8 laps to go with the green light coming now. And away they go, cleanly around turn 1 and 2. All the excitement. Oh, we've got one pulling onto the infield. He's had enough. But Darren Kane gets away. He wants to build that buffer. Smith, side by side, gets himself boxed in. Kane, Geary and Brad Smith, 1, 2 and 3. Smith caught in a bunch of cars, getting out now. Hits the rut there. All once pulled up at a great rate of knots. Pulls onto the infield. Which car is that? Oh, that's the number 17 car. He's back to the rear of the field. 4 laps to go for our leader. He is, well, literally in a race on his own. No one is near him. He's pulled away, gapped everybody. And with 3 laps to go, he'll be hearing every noise in that car. Everything that goes ping and bang and creaks and groans. And he'll be worried about every one of those noises, wondering if something's going to go. But 2 laps to go now. Maybe things are starting to sound better. The next time round he'll see the white flag and he will be so close to being the Australian champion. The Super Sedan Australian title for 2009 is 1 lap away from finishing. 1 lap as the fireworks go off. Geary and Smith battling it out for second and third. But stand and cheer them over the line. That is our new Australian champion in Super Sedans for 2009, Darren Kane. Give him a huge round of applause. He has worked hard all weekend. He has been in the mix, quietly putting in the work. And now he stands as Australia's #1 Super Sedan driver. We'll get him to pull over. We've got someone we want to give him from all the Speedway fans here in Lismore. He's got a #1 on the side of his car, but we want to put a big, fat Australian #1 on his car right now. Tony Powell gets it organised. That'll be from Tony Powell's Final Signs. We want everybody to give a big yell and a cheer. This has been an unbelievable weekend of racing. This is his moment in the sun, or under the lights as the case may be. He's getting congratulations from everybody. He's got the checkered flag in his hand. He's got the new #1 going on the side of the car as we speak. What we want to do is give him a big Lismore welcome as the Australian #1. This is taking a little longer than we thought. Maybe he's having a chat and doing an interview. I don't know. Here we go. He's underway. That's the #1 on his side of his car. He is the Australian champion. Stand on your feet. Cheer him along. He's worked hard for this all weekend. In fact, he's worked hard for this all year. The Australian #1 for 2009. Darren Kane out of Queensland. As everybody is on their feet and cheering him along. Spotlight is on him. Getting a round of applause from his peers now as he goes past the pit area. Huge cheers from the guys on the platform next to the Lismore Automobile Club. They know what champions it takes to be a champion in there. He is a champion tonight. Listen to the cheer as he goes past the main grandstand. The cheer will go up. Fans in there. Past the members grandstand. And now he comes across the start-finish line in front of the corporate boxes. Give him a huge round of applause. And look at the #1, Australia's #1, the Dominator. Well, there we go. Keep on your feet. Keep cheering. He's got another lap. He's going to go around again. And then we'll see if we can get him to celebrate. I think he will. He'll want to celebrate big tonight. And there's a certain way that people celebrate in the race world. And they enjoy doing it, and I think we might be able to get him to. Come on, should we get him to do some donuts? Come on, let's cheer him on. Tell him to do some donuts. Do you want him to do some donuts? Come on, you can do better than that. Do you want him to do donuts? There you go. He's loving every minute of this. Finally let off some steam. How good is that? There you go. Give him a big cheer. Everybody stay. We need everybody to stay for the presentation. It is the Australian title. You can head to the pits after. They've got posters for everybody. We'll get him out of the car. We'll have a chat with the new Australian champion for 2009, Darren Kane. Please everybody stay and give him once, because they can finally hear you when he gets the helmet off and the motor's shut down.
What's been a good thing too that's happened out here, mate, is Jamie McHugh has come up and shook hands with every one of these guys, so that's the sort of sportsman he is. Here it goes, the handstand, is it or what? Yes, you good thing. Darren Kane, Australian #1. Have a look at her on the car. Luke Egan, big wave surfer. He's going to assist Earl with the trophy presentation. Good on you, Lukey. Ladies and gentlemen, third in the 2009 Australian title, and a tremendous drive all the way from Tasmania, the 6-car Brad Smith.
I'm absolutely knackered. That was hard yakka, but it was fun. I've got to thank Darren. They were out of there, like there was no answer for him. They got their car working really good. Had a good battle with Paul Geary. I sort of tried to get round him and under him, but I sort of kept persevering. The car was good. And then Wayne come past and sort of showed me the way, so I thought I'd better have a bit of a go. I've got to thank Little Transport. They're the reason we wander all over the place racing and thoroughly enjoy it. Noodle Box, Devil Race Cars. I build the cars. We're just starting to travel along pretty good. Got to thank John Sidney. He built a new motor for me last week, and there's nothing wrong with it. Him and Mark Cooper, they worked pretty hard on some shock absorbers, and that was the track that we sort of set the car up for. And it worked a treat. So we'll get better, and I'm looking forward to coming back again.
Good on you, mate. I don't know how the hell you made enough energy to make a speech like that after that campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, second placing in the big one tonight. He had a #1 on his car. That was the New South Wales one. Now he's got the Australia 2. Give it up for Wayne Brims.
Right, I'd like to thank all my crew. We've had a hard year. I think this is about the 23rd race for the year. I'm just about buggered. I'm sure they're just about buggered. To Kenny McNamara for a great engine. For Denny for a pretty perfect car. Wayne Randall for the shocks. To all the crew over there in the box. I hope you're having a good night and you left a couple of stubbies for a few of us. And thanks for the crowd. It's just an excellent crowd. I've never seen so many people here at Lismore. And to Dave Lander, and thank you.
Good on you, Bribsy. Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, we come now to the big one of the night. Get back, I haven't even called you. The big one of the night. He's been great all weekend with interviews, this guy. Queensland #1. Now, Australia #1. Let's hear it for Darren Kane.
I just don't know what to say. It was the track was really, really grippy, and we unhooked the car for the feature. And at the start of the feature, I thought myself we're still too hooked up, but I just drove the ring out of it, and we got home in the end. Ian Botcher for letting me drive the car. You know, like we've had a bit of a dream year with the National Series and now this race. Hope we can continue, keep going with it, and all the crew. You know, like I just drive the car. All the crew. You know, Brenton designed this car. He does all the shocks. She's a real in-house type car. David Knight, you know, Dave's the crew chief. Greg Botcher, David Harrison, who builds the car. You know, he built a fantastic car straight out of the box. It's been competitive from the word go. Rob, all the crew that's helped in the car. Greg Botcher, you know, all the women that put up was going away this year. It's been a pretty hard year. But yeah, what else can I say? Just congratulations to the other guys, and what a fantastic crowd.
There he is, give it up for him, the national title holder. You don't get any better. We've got another presentation, so we'll go to that.
Thank you, everyone. This is a very prestigious award that we awarded every national super sedan title, and that is the Grenville Anderson Memorial Award. And that is given out for the competitor that is judged by the team that come along to these titles to help operate these titles. And the winner this year is Kevin Purton. Congratulations, Kevin, and it's with pride that we offer you this.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. This much a surprise, this award. I'm sorry to everyone that it didn't happen for me in the final, but if I told you what happened, it don't sound like excuses. I won't get into it. So. But thank you very much to Dave Lander and his crew here. They've done a tremendous job. The weather conditions they had, the effort they went to this weekend, everyone should be still pleased with them, and I certainly am. Thank you very much to my crew. Thanks to Danny and Tanya from Rocket, and everyone else as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kevin. And talking of Rocket and all that, you're excused. This year we've tried something different. We started this on the series and we looked at the number of manufacturers we got, and then over the course of the period of time we took points on where they finished in the races. So over the course of this last two evenings we've done the same, and everyone that had whatever chassis make it was, whether it be a Rocket, a Dominator or Logue or whatever it be, got points where they finished in the race, including the A main. And this year I'm pleased to announce that Rocket is the winner of the Constructors Award, the initial Constructors Award, and on behalf of Rocket, Tanya Smith will come and collect it. Congratulations, Tanya.
Thanks, Neil. On behalf of Danny Smith and myself, I'd like to certainly thank all of the guys that choose to race our product. Unfortunately, we come up one short. Congratulations to the Dominator team, Ian Botcher and the crew there. Certainly deserved it. Wonderful race. And to Warren Brims, our first Rocket home, that was pretty great. And to all the other guys that travelled from all over Australia. I think we had about 15 guys here this weekend. And yeah, so thanks to the drivers for supporting Rocket chassis. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tanya.
Okay, folks, one more thing to do. 3 cheers for our champions. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Go, you good things. There they are. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, give a great round of applause. Thank you very much for coming this weekend. Thank you also to all of the teams that have visited this area. We do appreciate the effort that it has taken to get so many people here.
Darren, that's yours, mate. Beside the man. 500 straight on.
Darren, Australian title number 2, how's it feel?
Oh, pretty good, you know, like to win it like we have, you know, like there's, we was definitely the fastest car, and we've had such a great season. And, you know, to this car straight out of the box to do what we've done this year in Soup Sand, which is the toughest competition you can sort of race with, the boys, you know, what more can you ask for? They build me a fantastic car. They do all the work, I just drive it, and it's good for Ian. You know, 2 in a row. I don't think there's many car owners that got 2 in a row like that with 2 different drivers, and I think it's just been, just capped the year off.
It looked easy from where we were standing. Obviously it wasn't.
I had a lot more in reserve, you know, and I just, but with the bumps I nearly tipped her over a couple of times, and it sort of got tight mid-race, and I'm trying to nurse the car towards the end because, you know, when they're grippy and rough, you can break a lot of things, and I could see those laps counting down, and I wasn't going to let it slip.
Those heat races, they become pretty strategic. You can't make any mistakes.
No, the whole weekend, you know, I made sure even 2 of them I come from the back and finish in the top 3, and the ones I started up near the front, you know, I won, and it's all about gathering points and, you know, not pushing your luck too far, and then getting to the feature in a good starting position, and then she's all yours.
Well, mate, you're the Australian champion. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Rod.
Yep.